Well, gun violence continues to be a problem not only in our state but across the country. Many of these guns being used in crimes are illegal.
South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia have some of the highest rates of gun recoveries in the country, meaning they're found after a crime is committed. 7 News reporter Aaron Rodgers tells us more about this growing issue.
I still have a bullet in my back from that lifestyle.
Andre Tate knows the impact of gun violence all too well.
We know that those guns will have an endless cycle in our community.
Tate and Bunty DeZor are pastors at New Life Deliverance Worship Center in Spartanburg, both reformed criminals trying to save the lives of others.
It's a travesty for even to have mothers in our church that have lost sons through gun violence.
Funerals they've preached.
I've lost count.
Which is why they took action, doing a gun buyback with the police department and sheriff's office.
Sawed-off shotgun one time. Yeah, so we were getting some big guns off the street.
Last year, Spartanburg had 364 guns recovered, the third highest in the state, following closely behind North Charleston. Compare that to 134 in Anderson and just 67 recoveries in Greenville.
The numbers that we have, we want to apologize for those because the guys and girls at the police department, they go out on a daily basis.
Getting illegal guns off the streets.
It could be on anything. It could be on a shoplifting offense. It could be on a possession of marijuana call. It could be on a domestic call. If a person has a gun in their possession that shouldn't have it, then we remove it.
Police say most of these guns that end up in the wrong hands come from people who own guns legally.
They have them in their vehicles, and oftentimes we find they leave their vehicles unlocked.
Even this gun shop in Simpsonville was the victim of a smash and grab. ATF agents say those guns were definitely used for black market selling.
Willie Logan is currently facing a weapons charge. He says getting guns is easy and can be cheap.
It's just like trick or treat. Just sit on the block and somebody come up with something, you like it, you get it.
How much would a gun go for on the street? Black market.
About 20 bucks.
Last year, there were nearly 4,000 guns trafficked from South Carolina across the country to places as far away as California and Puerto Rico. The majority of these guns are used in crimes that have people serving lengthy prison sentences, mostly on charges like weapon possessions and drugs, less often on homicides and assaults. It's a problem people say will take the entire community to fix.
If we all work together, we can make a difference in our city.
Aaron Rodgers, 7 News.
The South Carolina Senate held 4 gun hearings across the state sparked by the Mother Emanuel massacre. They heard from community members on both sides of the gun debate.
So senators will start drafting new legislation in the next few months based on some of the feedback they got at those meetings.